Welcome back to another Should You Watch here on the channel. And today we are continuing our foray into the summer 2024 anime season. And we are going to be talking about the gag anime that we happen to be watching this season, and that is My Deer Friend Nokotan. Elaine, you want to give us a little summary of this show?
Sure. So Koshi Torako has turned over a new leaf. No one at her new school knows that she is a former delinquent, except a antlered girl named Shikanoko Noko who just appears out of thin air and essentially holds her hostage without quite holding her hostage in the way...
Socially hostage.
Yes, the way you're imagining. And now this poor girl has to do whatever our dear friend says. And this is their story.
Yes, and they end up creating the Deer Club and, forcing the main character to be the president of the Deer Club, and there's all this weird stuff that happens. So, Elaine, do you like or dislike this anime?
I'd say it's an enjoyable anime. It is the zaniest thing we have seen in a while. There's a lot of stuff that just should not happen. For example, in the first episode, Shikanoko Noko walks into the classroom and breaks down the entryway because she can't get her antlers through them. There's another scene where she takes them off. She reaches into her head sometimes, and there's just a lot of visual gags and shenanigans that make no sense. And I think my personal favorite, I don't know about you, Jer, is when the hyper-realistic deer just roll in.
Yeah, that's probably the thing that I like the most.
And then they'll be like, Shika, Shika, but better because I can't sing.
Yeah, they have these hyper-realistic deer that just kind of pop in, and they're like CGI, but they're not CGI that's meant to blend in. They're supposed to look out of place. And they do a lot of things in the ending theme where they insert the characters into actual photos, which is kind of interesting. So there's a lot of mixing of mediums in the show. So I don't think I like the show as much as you do, because I'm really not into most comedy anime that's comedy as its primary purpose. I don't think a lot of the jokes land it when you translate it. Also, outside of cultural context, I think it's hard to have the jokes land depending on your understanding of the context around them. Though we do have an understanding of anime, we watch a lot of anime, but outside of the cultural Japanese context, a lot of them don't land as well as they would, probably to a Japanese audience. And I also think that a lot of the timing gets messed up with comedy anime when you have to read the subtitles of the joke being told. I think that really hinders the ability to get comedy across. Like, I laughed out loud when watching Konosuba a lot because we were watching the dub primarily, and you would get a lot of the offhand comments that are said, and you hear them as they're being said rather than having to read them. And I think it doesn't land quite as well. What is your opinion on that?
So I disagree with you a bit in terms of this anime specifically. Like, yes, I would agree that some things just don't land because of translation issues and timing and having to read a subtitle if you're reading a subtitle and not watching a dub. But My Deer Friend Nokotan, while there are spoken jokes, I'd say that predominantly we're dealing with visual gags, so that isn't as much of an issue as it might be with another anime.
I think that my problem is that I don't tend to like visual gag stuff as much. I tend to like comments, like sarcastic comments, like, again, comparing it back to Konosuba. I like that kind of humor where, offhand comments are made, and there's not very much of that in this show. But I also can understand that that is a matter of taste, not a matter of the quality of the anime. So there's a lot of people who do like comedy anime that would like this. I think that it's well done for that aspect, just not for me specifically.
And so we'll just have to disagree, Jer.
So you're saying people should watch it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying that you should check it out. Give it the 3-episode test, because you might click with this better than I do. And I don't think that my opinion on this is necessarily the broad opinion. I think I'm actually against the grain on this one. But something that I'm not against the grain on is the Should You Watch content here on the channel. Like the video if you like it. We always want you to like it. And we hope that nothing gets lost in translation. Please let us know. Comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on gag anime, comedy anime in general, and this anime specifically if you're watching it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of this content going forward, and ring that bell so you know what's up. We'll catch you in the next one.
Bye, guys.